Hi Libra, welcome to your week ahead Taroscope with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Tell me, last week, what was last week like for you? I'm just really curious. I'm asking all the signs this week because I really want to get I want to understand. I just really want to understand. And I know there's a lot of people out there. I had so many emails, so many text messages. So, especially around like Wednesday, Thursday of last week. How did that go for you? What was going on for you? Let me know in the comments, all right? With that said, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity, and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. For your key to the week, if you are a continued subby, you know Rafi loves you. If you're new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and this resonates, hit the subscribe button. All right. Your key to the week is the Sun card, darling. Look at that. Beautiful, right? So what this suggests is in all of these different areas of life, this week you kind of get a bit of a free pass. Whenever the Sun card shows up as the key to the week, the way that I usually understand or experience this is it gives you an easier time of it, right? So maybe, because this is a card of blessings, abundance, happiness, joy, creativity, children, travel. Like there's so many things wrapped up in the Sun card. It's unbelievable. But when I see this as the key to the week, it means that things really go your way. Now, a lot of people are like, well, no money fell from the sky or whatever. It may not necessarily show up as that. It might literally just be an easier week than you have had in a long time. Doors will open. People will be wanting or needing to listen to you, right? The things that you require and desire will find you that much more easily. So, and the other thing is I often say with this card, it enhances the blessings that show up in your reading and it diminishes the challenges that show up in your reading. All right, so for your actions and options, you've got the Fool card, the Fool with the Sun. I'm just going to tell you straight up, if you are of childbearing age, handle your business this week, okay? If you don't want any children or you don't want any more children, handle your business, okay? Because right, this is fertility on fertility. Now that's one way that this could show up. Another way that this could show up is your actions. You're going on new paths, right? This is the Fool card. You're going on new paths. You're embarking on, or this is like you embarking on new endeavors. And the Fool card is the cosmic reset, and it's also the universal nudge, just to kind of say, take a shot, right? So when you're little and your parents, you want to do something and you're like, no, I'm scared, I don't want to do it. Your parents are like, go on, just try it, see how you get on, and then you do it and you're like, oh, actually this isn't so bad, right? That's kind of like one of the messages of the Fool card. It's about taking a calculated risk, and you've got this with the Sun card. Whether it's in your work, whether it's in your love life, asking that person out for a date, asking your significant other to marry you, take a big swing this week, all right? Mercury is finally direct. Well, certainly as we get to the end of the week, Mercury will be direct. But this is a wonderful, like just these two cards alone mean that this week is going to be a great week for you in terms of the options that are available to you. New paths, new people, new places, new ideas, new inspirations, and new situations are opening up literally right in front of you. And all you have to do is show up as you are, right? This isn't about, oh, well, I can have this, but I have to be that, and I have to change myself and do it. No, you just have to be you. You just have to have an open heart and an open mind, all right? For your communications and conversations, you've got the Magician card. Not only are you in your master magician phase, but you are really communicating very effectively this week, right? You are speaking up, you are speaking out, and whatever it is that you are sharing with the world, however it is that you are showing up, your words and your insight have such an impact this week that people are just taking on board and soaking up, quite frankly, everything that you've got to say. I love this for you, right? It means that your communications land this week, and potentially they go into spaces and places before you that you then you realize, like, like this could be your name or your ideas going into spaces that you aren't aware that they're going into, and this could really work out in your favor if you're studying or in some form of academia, especially if you're taking exams or doing any form of like assessment or whatever this week. You have the absolute go ahead. This looks fantastic for you. I am very, very pleased to report. For those of you that are employed by somebody else, one way that this might show up for you, very possible, one way that this might show up for you is that you find yourself this week in some position of leadership. Now, if you're already in a leadership role, this could be some form of praise or recognition or accolade for the work that you do. If you're not, you could find yourself very quickly out of the blue thrust into a position of leadership this week, and you might be really pleasantly surprised at how you feel about this, right? And how natural it feels to you. Now, you know, Libra is a cardinal sign, right? So you are a natural born leader, and you know, you're very diplomatic as well, which is great. Now, for those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, people that work for themselves, this is one of those weeks where maybe your website gets to the top page of the Google search, right? This is where maybe you put something out into the world and it just gets absolutely snapped up. There's something about this combination of cards that is seeing you shine, baby, shine. And recently, you guys have had a lot of this kind of energy. So I hope you're out here milking it and doing something with it, right? Now, the Magician card with the Fool card means that whatever new concept or new idea or even product or service that you bring to the world has a chance to really perform very well. For those of you that are retired and no longer working, I think this is about going out on a high. There's something where you're kind of like, you know what, yeah, I think I'm done with this. I think I'm ready. Especially for those of you that are ready or about to retire. It's like you leave at the absolute pinnacle. It's like, yeah, mic drop, bitch, I'm out. Right? For your love and relationship, you've got the Three of Wands. Love this card. If you're single, think outside the box, right? Expand your horizons. One of the things that I love about the Three of Wands, it encourages us to look beyond. It encourages us to go further than what we understand. Right now, maybe this could be that you decide to try polyamory. Maybe this could be that you decide to date multiple people. Maybe this could be that you and your significant other decide to open up your relationship in some way. I get it. I know there's a lot of people out there right now like, oh, come on, you said that. And maybe that's not for you, right? I'm not saying that you have to do these things. I'm just saying the Three of Wands is a really expansive energy. And it means that in some regard, so for those of you that are partnered, married, or in long-term commitments, your relationship energy has a chance to expand here. And, you know, with the Magician card here, you could be having really phenomenal conversations with your significant other about the future, about what you want, about working together or collaborating together. You know, those are the other ways that it could show up. If you are single, you get options, baby. Okay? I mean, like, you got plenty of options. But quite frankly, because it is the Three of Wands, which is a surveying sort of energy as well, it does kind of tell me that you're, especially with the Fool card, maybe you're thinking about dating somebody outside of what is outside of what is the norm for you, right? So maybe you decide, you know what, I think maybe I'm bi, so I'm going to date somebody of the same sex. Maybe you decide, you know, that's just one way to look at it. But maybe you decide, you know what, there is somebody that I really like. I'm going to ask that person out. I'm going to ask them if they want to go on a date with me. I'm going to, like, whatever the case might be. And that's this Fool card in action, right? There's you taking some kind of big swing. Maybe this feels out of character for you, right? Maybe you're not used to making the first move and you end up being that person. Before we get into your money and materials, my tarot course, the next one that I'm teaching, goes live on the 5th of May. Enrollment will open on the 18th of April and it closes on the 30th. There are only 20 spaces. I keep the group small so that I can give you as much individual attention as possible. I'm going to take your hand. I'm going to take you on this journey, you know, obviously with consent. Right, I'm going to take your hand. I'm going to take you on this journey. We're going to go from foundation right through to about intermediate level. I am going to attempt to take all of my tarot knowledge and wisdom and give it to you. You have 12 weeks of 3-hour sessions, live teaching sessions with me. You get, I'm sure it's like between 12 and 15 PDFs. You get 5 bonus videos. You get more information that you can shake a stick at. You're going to get live client demos. You're going to get class practice on fellow students. You're even going to get live client practice so that you can really hone and test those skills that you've got. I'm going to teach you spreads. I'm going to teach you that, like, literally give you everything that you need to get up and running from the ground up. And actually, on the last course that I taught, which is just wrapping up at the moment, actually, proud tarot papa moment, I had a guy who literally had never studied anything before. He's now reading spreads. Yeah, he literally went from like zero knowledge, just watching my YouTube channel, right into reading spreads. Right, like, so trust me, it can be done. Remember, what you bring to it is also going to shape sort of, you know, how much you get out of it. It is payable in 3 installments. The first payment is non-refundable, and we start on the 5th of May, clock off on July 21st, which means you are out for the summer. All right, so if you want to learn tarot, you want to learn to do it like me, you know what to do. There's a link in the description box below for you to get your space. For your money and materials, you have the Devil card. All right, so look, quite frankly, I'm not afraid of this Devil card. What I do feel with this, though, with the Sun card here, you could overspend on a trip. I feel like, look, you've got so many travel cards here as well. I feel like you see something, you're just like, it's a little bit tight on the budget. And then you're like, you know what, fuck it, I'm going. This looks amazing. So it's like you're spending money on something, and maybe it's not a sensible amount of money, but you know what? It's going to be one of the best experiences you have. If this is going to leave you short and you can't pay your rent, right, you've got to be sensible. But if, you know, you can wrangle it, I think go for it, right? Now, when it comes to your physical health and vitality, watch out for overindulgence this week, right? The Devil card can be addictions, habits, patterns, etc. With the Sun card here, it's just too much fun, right? Too much fun, you know, when they say too much of a good thing is a bad thing. If you spend 4 nights out of the week, you know, out with friends, getting drunk and all the rest of it, yes, you're having a blast, but you know your work is going to be for shit. All right, so just keep it all in perspective. Now, when it comes to your home and environment, the Devil card tends to show up as a rigidity in the home, which means there's potentially a stalemate of some sort. This will require, but you've got the Magician in your communication sector, right? So you can have good conversations that can move you forward. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.